Greetings! Howdy folks, my name is Matt, but you may know me as Lazy Urchin, and it's been a while. Sorry, as of time of recording, it's been like 6 months, so might be a little rusty in the old body part department, so let's see how it goes. Not this one, too small. Definitely not this one! Ah, perfect. Excellent, okay. Now, normally, I enjoy a good wardrobe change for these, so, what you think? Pretty neat, ain't it? We should probably move to a new locale. This one's a wee bit crowded. Much better. I prefer this one. So, for those unfamiliar with my Persona video of giving Digimon partners to Personas, I will explain the rules here shortly. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to take a Persona character and swap out their Persona for a Digimon that either looks similar or has the same elemental focus. Now, for some, there's like elements that won't match, so that's fine. Doesn't matter. Let's just jump into it and I'll explain more on the way. And what better place to start than Joker? I figured Noble Pumpmon would make a great replacement for Arsene. However, we are going to stop here. The other characters I'll go over their first and second, so they're like their social link thing, but for Joker, I'm going to save that to the end, because if you've ever played Persona 5, or ever seen anything Persona 5 related, you already know. So, let's move on. So, moving on, we got Ryuji. Hookmon over Captain Kid. Perfect. It's a champion. Works great for over the first one. And then Gokumon over Satan Taisei. It's a pirate to the Monkey King. Perfect. Good. They're not electric. Doesn't matter. Moving on. I just wanted something cool for her. She deserves it. There's like no cool fire champions. I'm sorry. Also, Garudamon, just because Firebird to bigger Firebird works. I apologize to all the 2-on fans in the audience. Up next, Morgana, Gladymon over Zoro. It's kind of the only knight-related champion. And then Jaeger Darullamon over Mercury, because big armored dude with spear, good enough. I didn't have any other ideas. And now we transform to the boss fight. Putting King Edamon over Shadow Kamashita was a brilliant idea, because I'm gonna be real, it is a perfect fit. It's a big, gaudy, fancy guy. It's a king who's full of himself. I thought it worked perfectly. That's just me. Let me know your thoughts, but for now we're going to move on to Madarame's Palace. Now, this only introduces one with Yusuke, but Sorcerymon over Goemon, it's an ice rookie, it's a wizard, it fits. And then Pangeamon over Kamu Susanoo, it's ice, it fits, it's got a blade, good enough. Shadow Madarame, Shogun Geckomon, it's got the same cut. Like Shadow Madarame, I don't like it. It fits. Moving on. Kanashiro's Palace. My favorite character, Makoto. And anyone who knows Digimon knows Behemoth is cheating. I don't care. It's my video. And then Rebellion over a Knot, because it's kind of the only thing that fits. I'm gonna be real. There's only a limited amount of Digimon. Likewise, Grand Kuwagamon over Piggytron. He can ride on top of it instead of inside the mech body. I don't care. Moving on to Futaba's Palace. Futaba herself, she gets Hover Espimon because UFO. Good enough. I don't care. There's limited Digimon. Similarly, Digitamamon over Prometheus because there's no Rainbow Gamer orbs, unfortunately. I don't know, man. I'm doing my best. And then Velgramon over Sphinx Wakaba. I have a reason to use Velgramon, and I'll explain later. But for now, we're moving on to Okumura's Palace. Sunflowermon over Milady for Haru, because honestly, there's not much better, and I think she would enjoy it. And then Arukenimon over Astarte, because similar body shape, and to use my old reasoning, what do you find in a garden? Bugs. Anyways, Shadow Okumura, we're putting Ebimon in there, just because I really don't care for Shadow Okumura or his entire thing, and I have a personal grudge against Ebimon, spawned from playing Digimon All-Star Rumble. Getting ahead of myself, moving on to Sai's Palace. Now, Sai's Palace is fun because it introduces Goro Akechi, and we're giving him Nohemon because it just is a great pick for him. The Crow is the main brain. The Scarecrow is a body it controls with telekinetic powers. It's a puppet type, and it has a bow and arrow. Perfect. Anyhow, moving on to the best designed boss, or the best designed Shadow. Shadow Sai, we're giving her BL Starmon because it fits, and I don't care. Fun drinking game. Count how many times I say that in this video. You will probably get alcohol poisoning. Anyways, moving on. It's Shido's Palace, and it's a catchy time. I put the Eater Atom over Loki because I don't care. It works, so shut up. To explain this more, because not everyone has played it, in Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, there's things called Eaters. They look like black and white striped cuttlefish, or the first ones do. Uh, it's a whole mess, but essentially they're like sentient black holes, pretty much. And they're called the Eaters because they eat up any data that they can find, if I remember correctly. That is why they're called Eaters. But the Eater Atom is from one of them taking over one of the human characters, if I remember correctly. And I figured Akechi would probably have that, seeing as, spoilers, he has the two personas. He would probably have that inhabiting the Scarecrow body of Nohemon. But that was just my thoughts. Anyhow, he gets Demon instead of his Masses phase. Demon with the mantle. And then when he goes into his strong phase, he gets regular Demon. I know, such a surprise. And then when he goes into the Tyrant phase, he gets Demon X Antibody. Wow, big shocker. All else aside, I figured this would be a really good pick. And it having the mantle, regular, and X antibody form really fits for the 3 distinct phase boss fight that is Shido. I thought that would work really well. But moving on to Mementos now, the Holy Grail. I just want to put a giant version of the Digimental of Miracles over it. Big golden Digi-Egg of Miracles, good enough. Because it goes into Magnamon X over Yaldabaoth, which I think would be really cool. And if you've ever played Persona 5, you know what time it is. I know what time it is. It's time for Saturnile! Except it's Ogudomon, the Digimon formed by the fusion of the 7 Demon Lords. It's a Super Demon Lord, which is the greatest joke I'll have in this entire video. Anyways, Dr. Maruki's Palace. Surprise, surprise. I put Kazemon over Cendrillon because I thought it would fit. I thought it would be a good choice. I put Inframon over Cendrillon Berserk because I don't really fucking care. There's not a lot of Digimon, and I thought it would be a fun fit. Angelomon over Venedis because I just needed something to bridge the gap, man. There's a limited amount of Digimon, but I figure while I'm here, I'll cover the third forms of all the Phantom Thieves Digimon as it stands. So over Raoul, it's Beelzemon Blast Mode. Over William, it's Captain Hookmon. I managed to make a really good line. Brywiludramon, because it's just something cool and fire-themed. She deserves it. Duftmon over Diego. Wow, a Cat Knight for the Cat Knight. Insane. Hexablaumon over Gorokichi. It's an Ice Wizard. Good enough. Grand Locomon over Agnes. I thought it would work well. Also, I don't care. Ancient Sphinxmon over Al Azif. This is why I didn't use it for the Sphinx Wagaba fight. Reflexamon over Lucy. I thought it would work well. Hereward, we got Zamielmon over it instead because Archer, yeah, I don't care anymore. Sendrimon over Ella. I did it, chat. I bridged the gap. And then, of course, we have Dr. Maruki, the man with negative drip. I put Dagomon over Azathoth because I thought it would work really well as, like, tentacle god thing, knockoff Cthulhu, good enough. In a similar vein, but with more reasoning, Arcadimon Super Ultimate over Adam Cadmon, because it's a giant being that he merges in with for the final phase of his fight. Anyone who's played Hacker's Memory knows where I'm going with this, but in that game, one of the characters actually uses Arcadimon for a while and does exactly that for the final phase of its fight, and then the plot shifts back to, oh yeah, the Eaters are a thing, but I figured it would work. Giant tentacle creature from the big tentacle creature. I'm tired. There's limited Digimon. I've given up by this point. Fuck you. Now, originally this was going to be the end of the video, but then I thought, no, wait, I'm missing something. And so, Shadow Mishima gets replaced by Searchmon. Just let him have this. Come on, man. Okay, more content time. I wanted to give everyone, besides Joker, rookie partners. So we're going to do that in a lightning round fashion. Ryuji gets Elecmon Violet, because the colors match match Hookmon. Muchomon for On, because Firebird. I'm doing what I can. Pawn Chessmon White for Morgana. I don't know. I thought it would work. Yuki Agumon for Yusuke. Once again, thought it would work. Reshamon for Makoto. Yeah, I know it's an Appmon. I don't care. Espimon for Futaba. It just made the most sense. Palmon for Haru. I think she would get along great with Palmon personally. The 2-pixel picture of Tinkermon for Sumire. And then Akechi would just have Nohemon in like a trench coat or something. Wormmon for Mishima, let him have this. And then, oh, you're not supposed to be here. Just kidding, it actually is. Because it's the partner of Sophia. It's Tsukasimon. And yeah, it's another Appmon. I don't care. But Tsukasimon evolves into Wisemon over Pandora for Sophia. Just because I thought it would be cool. And then Sanglumon over Valjean. It sounds insane. Let me explain. Zenkichi's code name is Wolf. All of his whole thing is about healing with dealing damage. Sanglumon is a vampire wolf that in Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory has healing based off of its signature attack. I thought it would work. I thought it would look cool. The Bloodborne Hunter next to the vampire wolf. Just let me have this, man. One more for the road. It's Gokumon over my face in the beginning. I think it's just a cool design. I wish it was in more stuff. There you go. And then nothing over the Tactica characters. You can see my reasoning on the screen. Thank you folks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy the blooper. Ancient Sphinxmon over... Oh, Christ!